West in the USA. And so we are very thankful and grateful that all of you are joining at this time. We know it's pretty late. We came over 1 hour 30 minutes late because some other shows were going on, and so we thought that we should try to harmonize all these shows and ensure that people also have time. Now we are very glad that everybody is following here closely, and so I want to thank you all for your commitment. As far as this revolution is concerned, it's going to be quite very brief show. So as you join, please let's share, and as you are aware, we have issues with our own Facebook pages and all of those stuff, but we would continue to put the fire on to ensure that we get exactly what we want. So please, let's share, let's bring everybody on board. So thank you all, the few people trying to join at this time. I think we'll kick off once we have a 250,000, which we should be hitting that maybe in just 2 minutes or so. So keep sharing extensively. Thank you so much. Going forward, I think it's very easy for us all to understand the necessity of what we're fighting for. Tomorrow is the 2nd of September, and I think that we all have agreed on this lockdown issue. We do not want to overemphasize because I think this particular stuff is very clear. Before I go on, I will take this time off to talk about this very serious issue that is happening on Ground Zero. I think we just want to make it a general message. There's been a lot of complaint from families about kidnappings, and these are issues that we must bring to the notices and to the knowledge of the Ambazonian people. We agree and we are aware that some of these kidnappers are agents of La République du Cameroon. However, some of our people too have very genuine complaints about what some of the Amazonian fighters will do. And we have to bring this to the knowledge of the fighters. Like General Nambere was talking, the sole responsibility of the Amazonian fighters is to protect our people. And so we must agree that there is no way as a people we can hope that, just a minute, that our people get these complaints and then we just look at, oh no, it's nothing. No, these are very serious and genuine complaints that cannot be ignored. And so let us understand that it is very vital for us all to understand that the issue of kidnapping is a very huge stuff that can actually corrode the image, of the revolution. And we must agree that this is the time that the fighters on the ground need serious education about this particular aspect. We are not accusing any particular group of Amazonian fighters, but we're giving it as a general message. And for those who are agents of La République, the Atanganji boys, for those who are agents of La République or the Atanganji boys, we are aware that you are there and we know what you are also doing to corrode the image of the revolution. I must tell you that in the past 1 week, I've been intervening on issues regarding kidnapping and demanding of ransom. This is a serious issue that all activists and leaders must stand against. And those whose family members are also being kidnapped, you should get the numbers of all the activists, get to them as soon as these kidnappings are done. Obviously, those who will kidnap your family members would call. They will call you and demand something. And the only mistake that most of you make is that you start by negotiating. You start by negotiating with them, which is wrong. We started this revolution because we wanted to free our people. And we must condemn in totality. We must condemn with impunity any group of boys, whether true Ambazonians or La République make Ambazonians or highway robbers who are indulging into this very criminal aspect, which is very threatening to the credibility and continuity of our revolution. I am very vexed about these issues because the complaints are too much. And we must stand the challenge to tell our boss, if you are holding any person's family member at this time, please, lockdown starts tomorrow. Do everything within your power to return those people to their families tonight. Do everything within your power to return them to their families tonight. You where you there for day, when I don't take this revolution turn into say now an opportunity for thief, for kidnap people them, while the real Amber fighters there for Bush they die. Please, you get to stop now. No say God watch you. We too will watch you. Because the whole issue about people kidnapping, it don't become now a serious threat to the revolution. This aspect we must fight it. Leaders they must condemn her. Even if you catch some person, for example, say he violates some law, you get the right to arrest that person, detain, not torture you. We don't lose plenty people them from gossips, rumor, from political wickedness, from setups. Some man will just call you, say, oh, the man a black leg, una go catch you, una kill him. No. This one will get for stop him now. Because this revolution will end tomorrow. Not mine, let me tell you. Time where they could be there jail, they say, oh, they want to happen, so they will move them because they want to make useless, so this is the release. I come for live show them, I tell them, say, una they make mistake. They go jail them very well, and they jail them live jail. Because government not cash that people for Nigeria, bring and can't leave them. No matter the conspiracy where Ambazonia they bring them. I happen exactly. I see tell una say, like I don't tell una say, revolution, would the fight now for do it? Would the fight now for separate? For restore our independence, not be small fight. Because we get natural resources. France, they benefit from our resources. Most countries, they benefit from our resources. So, you need to go see what they do from them. So, they do everything for make sure they keep their ally in power when a pobia. So, the only kind they take, you say Peptin them, Texaco. All the people they used to call them Total and the rest, as before it was Texaco. All the people they show where they exploit oil from them. You feel say they know they enjoy their country where they get out with La République du Cameroon. So they only support who get and genuine support get and the population. Ask yourself, say before when this fight will start, you don't ever say population. Some man ever on Facebook say if Amber joke, I'll go and show the Amber camps. No man feel like. But today, we don't know say La République will enter there. Plenty of people they talk about the issue for kidnapping way. Now a vital concern. It must stop now. For international law, you know if the kidnap person ask money. Government for Cameroon, it do and plenty, don't infiltrate our boys for make sure say they corrupt the image for the revolution. Because we need international clean image. We need confidence from population. They fight now liberation for a country. Like how we Bongos we do for Papua New Guinea. You know, hear all these big fight them. Nelson Mandela, they will fight for liberate South Africa from the regime of apartheid. Jomo Kenyatta, Fidel Castro, all the big people them, they fight. And the one thing where they be getting is the support of the population. Even Sudan, no matter their differences, we get for understand say the population is support for we, it be priceless. We not fit afford for get semi-population start distrust Amber boys and the way they don't do for some parts. So we must put up strong campaigns against the anti-Amber boys and way la Republic du Cameroon don't create and with the help for Tanganji. Before as we join this special show, Mami and Pade, it be now for the people them from Midwest USA. You know, the people them from Midwest, they be call me, they talk say, okay, they want to do small contribution for help while picking them for down. So I will organize this show for them and exactly what that way we don't do them. So why would you wait me to join for make the contribution they want to do them? Would you try for educate Una? Meet what mommy and papa they know say as they lockdown they start on Tuesday because tomorrow na normal goes down. Would you understand? Would you hear all una cry? Because for example, some person not fit day for a year for diaspora way if he contribute even at $10 or $20. You go cash the papa, say make it give you 20 million, make you 25 million, make you 10 million, make you 5 million. Where you know say crisis day, teachers the day where they not even take salary for 20 months. People the day where they not even see money for buy even a sapak, makiro for chop. People the day where they live in a hand to mouth, why you not pay the house and you go cash their picking say make they give you 20 million, no, or their papa or their sister. You know they do so. So any Amber fighter where in the hear my voice this time, I don't intervene for more than 18 cases the last 4 days. Person like Sikot, I say the last 1 week, person like Sikot Johnson go for Momo will testify, Mark Barretta will testify, even Akosin Remo, all that they for phone now for try to see how we will get people them out from captivity. So one them now crazy boys they just cash people them for quarter, not the Ambazonian fighters. But need the message to go for any Amber fighter way it involved for the kind thing. Why for the people that were Atanganji poured up organized and they do the rubbish? Would it take all the necessary intelligence? We will take them out. Because this revolution, now the people's revolution. Now right away, I feel come out, I condemn people the way they take money, chop them for fighters. I need to do that for myself. When our fighters when I don't suffer, they don't kill una plenty. Yet una never give up. Population don't suffer for 3 years. Lockdown, goes down, burning of houses, killing of civilians, killing of relatives, refugees, IDPs. People not get chopped. No way, no they for go farm where military no can find you, kill you. We don't see all these things there. So we'll be very concerned about everything will happen. Now, my people then, we'll get for no say, hello? You want to participate for the show? Hello?
Hello?
You want to participate on the show?
Oh, are you online now?
Yes.
Okay, let me call you later.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, bro. Okay, so when they take only call, we can't even don't know they will already take them because people they will call for assist refugees and like the people from Midwest they want to do. So while people they don't suffer plenty, and now activists today na 1st September. I be talk the last time say my last time for talk about this small talk them my trip to Boyana this August way pass, but I feel always revisit them if some people they continue for be a nuisance because of that my trip to Boyana. So for now we consecrate now for the aspect that they will change the revolution. For example, we there for this serious campaign while it's starting today about reinstating the confidence of the population. Wait where we need for make a me pop because this fight now population me will not say government do everything for turn the population against the revolution, and we must fight first and foremost any person or group of persons where they will make a me population feel like say the revolution not be that revolution again, or the revolution not be a political issue for diaspora, or the revolution not be the one people they take and for make money, or the revolution not be the one people not care about population. Now, why that way we must be technical from the institution of lockdown to the aspect them where they concern the kidnapping of our loved ones back home. No person not get for relent this particular aspect. Whether or not we like it, it be incumbent on us for ensure say make we not continue for fight this fight in a way where you take population go against we. So we must agree, say the time now or never. So make we concentrate on the vital aspects of this revolution. One, reinstating the confidence of the population, which is gone down so badly because diaspora infighting, corruption, and all of those things. And unfortunately, population self don't lost track for understand the difference between infighting and activism, where they call revolutionary criminals to order. So based on that, we'll get for toned down a little bit. You know, today, now a special day, you know, 1st September, we'll get for stop all, the second time they call for ceasefire. Not be because say, we dey bother about some other thing the way some other people they right. We get to be aware, as a matter of fact, say, for any revolution, like for football games, for teams, difference there between Lionel Messi and Ashiwebo. People, they're perfect. They must get the crowd. They must get the know-how passed from other people because 5 fingers are not the same. So, with the back, Ashiwebo activism, where they continue for fan hate, say, you or we must know, say, no matter what they happen, some activists they wait them to the day like Lionel Messi, where they go obviously want compose themselves, but we know say Ashiwebo activism, they go continue for the cause disorder for social media. Now at the time is, Dr. Cho Ayaba call out your surrogatism, condemn them, say, me no man not call this my name. Sisiko, call your surrogatism. Sako, do the same. Akwanga, because we need for pacify social media space. But that one don't mean I say people where they go take money for chop, where they for revolution, we no can condemn them. No, we will do that. So maybe we all will put our heads focus on the reality of the revolution. We have to liberate our own people. Because our people, they don't suffer plenty. They still suffer. And the suffer not go end tomorrow. So now wait where we get to do for make sure say if this war lasts for 10 years, make our people they not lose confidence, make confidence not disappear. We'll get to ask all these questions. This year we don't talk say school palava about insecurity. It means I say next year we will look what will happen next year. So because of insecurity, we don't deny say no apply no go school. So because of that, from tomorrow, from Tuesday, any papa way if by force picking will go school, restoration forces they will know what to do with it. So ladies and gentlemen, all the people then for Midwest with the salute now show this. As it stands, we all know exactly which way we get for do. The Midwest people then, not be all my elite for Midwest anyway, get this issue at heart though, but we know the most important thing about life, now say we must agree, say people that get concerned about a whole lot of things the way that they happen. Now, when I talk of Midwest, I refer to people that for Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, South Dakota, and of course Wisconsin. So we must understand, say, time don't come for revolution, for change face. People they organize themselves according to zones for try to assist our people them back home. All man get for do and so for Europe, for China, anywhere, America, what are they? Chile, Brazil, Congo Democratic Republic, Congo Libreville, wherever you are, Gabon, even for inside Ambazonia and La Republique, we are going to organize ourselves for small sacred ways and we are going to bring out contributions for assist the people then. For now, in La Republique, we are okay. All our people there from Menchum, we have a small meeting, they want to go for refugees. When they reach for refugees, they put the coordinate, they will know exactly what to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, from the last fund drive for the people from Wisconsin, we could already raise $550. Where I will read them last time, and that money still they show for that way. Now, make I go back for the cash app the way it come. Then I will try for remember we who then be contribute for that fund drive. Of course, I know say sellers are therefore be contribute $50. Then you get let's see, but a Gideon we contribute $100, and then now I go for the other name, Brother Azer. Is it Brother Azer? Yes, he contribute $300, and then he can send 100 again from one of his friends. So now $550 there for that fund drive for the people there for Wisconsin, rather Midwest. So Midwest get up to 13 states. So we hope say all my people from Midwest, from Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, North Dakota. I think the last time I not become Minnesota, and of course Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. All we now have to watch now the time this one have to come out and assist the people there for Ground Zero. So we intend to make this show very short. So the phone number for call now 202-390-2247. 202-390-2247. In the meantime, we'll use this Mark Barata page, one tanky, our own page they will build and small. Now Eric TATAW Rock, Eric though with the K for the end, I don't know so one name usually be. When I talk to small time, I know say they will go do it they want to do. That will not be no problem, will continue for day on, no matter waiting. So anybody watch at this time from Wisconsin, I mean everywhere you watch, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Ohio, anywhere, so long as we are Ambazonia where you stay for the, I think at the time this way, we need you more for help, the fund drive from the people them for Midwest. So as you join, keep sharing, and we don't talk this particular aspect for people the way that they involved for kidnapping, all those things they got to stop. Hello? Hello? Okay, well, we welcome one of our brothers and from the Midwest. He will talk for we small. One of our brothers from Midwest will talk for we small. Yes, bro, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yes, thank you, Brother Eric TATAW. Thank you for the good job that you're doing.
Hello? Okay, let's say we don't lost C for the maybe network. We'll try to get to the other line. We'll see really quickly. I think. Okay. So we try to get back to Brother Josh. We miss on the other phone. We'll call you for the other one.
Hello?
Yeah, Brother Josh, I think we'll get you now for the one. How for you? Welcome.
Okay, good. Yes, thank you so much for letting me intervene in your show. We just want to tell our people from the Midwest that we are not taking any side. This show is to help our boys in Ground Zero that are helping in this struggle for this lockdown. Please, let's not be partisan. All we're doing is to bring our support to our brothers and sisters who are suffering, who are giving their life for Ambazonia. So please, let's not put politics here. Let's just have in mind what we can do for our brothers and sisters who are suffering. So I will urge everyone in the Midwest to put aside politics and forget about taking sides and just contribute to help our boys on the ground. Eric TATAW, thank you so much for your passion in this struggle, for what you're doing. People will say whatever they will say. I'm going through the same thing, but I've decided that I'm paying allegiance to the flag. I'm paying allegiance to the struggle and not to any side in particular or to any individual in particular.
Thank you.
So I will keep doing that until we reach to Boya. And I will urge everybody to do the same, especially with Eric TATAW. I know you take all the heat, but we are behind you. We're encouraging you to keep doing what you're doing. As long as you're doing the right thing, we don't care about everything else.
Thank you so much.
So we'll keep doing this. We'll keep. It's just that sometimes the way that we do the show, it comes a little bit late. Some people are not aware.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to get a better format. I don't know, Eric TATAW. We've been really struggling because the message, again, doesn't go on time. and sometimes it's a little bit of problem for people to organize. And but I think as we go on, we will improve and trying to get more people involved. I think we have to do some kind of education. We have to educate the people a little bit. It will take some time because of the mistrust that have been in this struggle. It will take some time for people to regain their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you are seeing I talk to people, but because of what they are hearing from other people in this struggle, they are a little bit reluctant to do something. But I think once they see that this money is going to ground zero, and then the people that receive the money will testify that they received the money, I think it will encourage some people to come forth and contribute to have our voice.
Thank you. Like you said, there's been a lot of mistrust with money. That has really given a big blow to the morale of the revolution, because when money is assigned for particular things and once it's collected, it's supposed to be done so. So like you said, that's true. A lot of people have been discouraged, but we are still encouraging them that this is the time for everybody to be involved as far as contribution is concerned. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And also, what I can say is that please, in your message also, when we are doing this fundraiser, to try to bring more people involved. And I've made this plea to you already in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Try to not to hammer too much on some of the people that maybe
that are involved with money.
Right in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just focus on collecting this money, because I'm receiving a lot of message from back home. The boys are willing to work, but they don't have the material, they don't have the tools. Mm-hmm. So it's for me, I cannot go to bed and sleep knowing that the people are willing to give away their life to defend themselves first and to defend whatever they can defend, but they don't have the tools, they don't have the necessary material, because our brothers and sisters don't realize that we are fighting a very evil enemy, and the enemy will not spare anything they can to destroy us. And we're here, instead of attending to our people, we are paying allegiance to individuals. So again, my plea is, please, let's put aside all this argument, all this discussion that is not helping the struggle, and let's focus more on how we can help our boys on the ground.
Excellent. But that is not to mean that we'll take money and give to people who have eaten money in the past.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that this particular point of money and who manages money should be clear. Like, we need some enlarged body where money can be well handled, but definitely not those who have had thousands of dollars and we have not seen what they have done with them.
I'm not sure what they've done. Yeah, I'm okay with that one too.
Yes. It's important for these aspects to be clear, because, like you've said, the confidence has been lost, been misplaced, because a lot of money that was raised did not go for the purpose that it was meant, and everybody thinks that we have to get regain confidence as far as monetary issues are concerned.
Okay.
All right.
But again, the main thing that people want is really, I know it's something we've preached for this unity. Honestly, I think at least the activists should be able to come together and just speak the same language, even if they don't agree on a lot of different things, but just speak the same language. The same with our leaders. They have to find a way to compromise and find a way to come together and just speak the same language. Even if everybody is acting differently, but speak the same language so that they don't bring a lot of confusion in this struggle. One of the things that we've noticed is that the different days that they've been giving about this lockdown has caused a lot of problems to people. I have a lot of calls of people that left Ambazonia and went to La Republique. They went to different cities. They're running their own place and going to the enemies.
Yeah, that's terrible. Okay, somebody just asked a question, Brother Isaac, while you're there. Somebody asked a question that Why La Republic is not talking so much about their own corruption, but we are talking every day about my trip to Boya. La Republic is arresting. No, the question must be answered. La Republic is arresting those who have been accused of corruption, like Mebengo and the rest, and they're in jail because they have the mechanism to arrest. Our own way to arrest the leaders who are involved in embezzlement and corruption is to talk about it, educate the public, so that nobody can put money in those areas that are having holes. But that, as what I just said, and like I said in the beginning of this live show, that today is the 1st of September. We want to look at other dimensions to liberate our people. And everybody has known who took money and who did not take money, and people know what to do now with those who took money, and so on and so forth. So I think it's just baseless and pointless for people to come and start asking questions again about my trip to Boya. Because if you are asking a question about my trip to Boya, it therefore means that you are the one who is trying to fund that discussion. And I have already said it enough. Like I said enough about any other aspect that any leader did that was not correct in this revolution. And whether or not you like it, we must agree on the fact that that corruption was massive and could not have been ignored. Yeah. So,
Okay.
except you have any other thing to add, Brother George, we'll continue.
No, I don't have any other thing, but how long is this show?
Oh, the show we should be running off in, it's already it's 10 past 10 on Ground Zero, so we should be running up in 15 minutes or thereabout.
Okay,
So-
what I will do, since I have the cash app, I will pass the cash app to the other people that did not have the opportunity to
Perfect.
to
Yes,
attend.
then
and
we'll continue the next show.
contribute
It's
that way.
202-390-2247. We, as you are aware, we already have $550 that we raised. Okay, so I think I read it. If you're following the show from the beginning, do you have any issues with that? Is there anything that would not include?
No, just that you have to emphasize that we agree that this money is going straight to the ground, and we have targeted some LGA because of their need.
Yes, exactly.
So this money is not going to any. It's going straight down to the farmers. So it's not going straight. It's not going to any organization. It's not going to any individual. It's going straight to the ground.
All right.
Once we have enough, we'll start disbursing that because they really need this money. Honestly, they need this money.
Of course. So, like one of our sisters is saying here, or what I think is Ismaile Nsango. Ismail, I think I can see that really quick. She's saying that I think it's a female that support your county. You do not have to send money to those who handled the stolen money, which is very true. I agree with you 100%. But why we will stop talking about this, but we should be cognizant of the fact that those who stole money, those who had money embezzled under their watch, cannot have money sent to them anymore. These are very important aspects. We don't want to call nobody's name, like you have said. We want to be as mild as possible to bring the spirit, but money cannot be given to those who mismanage money before in this revolution.
You have to rest assured that most people will not put their money there anymore.
That's true.
Until they come out, they apologize, and they start showing a better, way of managing this fund. A lot of people will not put their money in there. Believe me.
I'm happy.
A lot of people will not put their money in there.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you again. Keep doing what you're doing. We're with you. We'll find some other avenues how we can raise these funds. It's just that because the time was so short, we could not do an actual fundraiser in the hall, but we'll be working on that sometime this fall. I will talk to some other comrades in the Midwest. We'll see if we can do.
And just to let you know one thing, brother, as like I've spoken with you in the past, that at this time we do not need everybody. But if everybody wants to come, we need everybody. But if people think that they're going to keep away because of their ideologies, that is fine. Let me just use the opportunity to say something before we close the show, while we pass the cash app. The other number is open on 202-390-2247. Pro can call. I want all the Ambazonians watching me here, over a quarter of 1,000 or thereabout. I want you both all to listen. You see, what I'm thinking of is simple. I proposed this before in what we call the Ambazonian Federal Army. We need a name for a military that is all-inclusive, that the Ambazonian people will feel like it belongs to them. For example, if I can say, El TATAW Army is like, it's my army. Or I give a name like, how do I give a name? I can give a name like the Schwarzenegger Force. You see, that becomes something personalistic. But when you say the Ambazonian Federal Army, And this is my proposal, Brother George. We can change this game. I'll need some stakeholders to discuss with them. What we just need 100 well-trained fighters from the northern zone, 100 from the southern zone. And these fighters should be drawn from all the counties, and they have one force of 100 where they coordinate with the other county forces. Now, this is what we can do. In the 100, we need just 100 Ambazonians for a start to adopt one of these fighters. When they adopt them, everybody, for example, you, Brother George, you have to buy AK for your own adoptee. You go there, you make your contacts by yourself. You're talking with the activists and the coordinators of this group. You make sure that this person goes personally and buys this AK, and then you know that this AK has been handed to this fighter that you adopted. That is among the group of the Ambazonian Federal Army. The next person does the same. So have 100 people taking care of their adoptees directly. Those fighters, as you take them, you make sure they get. So at the end of the day, you shall don't get.
Would that be, because we've talked about that in the past, would that be like people would think maybe that's encouraging warlords?
No, it's not. The military is not your military. It's like you adopt a child, it becomes your child, but in the essence, it's for the society. So it's an Ambazonian military. So you're not encouraging warlord. You are trying to make sure that the AK goes directly to the fighter. So when we have 100 people adopting people in the northern zone and adopting others in the southern zone, let me tell you something. We need if we have 100 soldiers, all with AKs, in the southern zone, 100 in the northern zone, you pick boys from Ekona, from Meme, from Dian, all the generals there, we have their contacts. We get them, put them, and get one command, one general for the 100 boys. They get special training. In the 100, you have like 10 snipers, you have 10 RPG handlers, you have 10 popcorn makers, then 70 others are handling AKs. The same in the northern and southern zone. So if we leave that, we want to go and do something in the governor's office. We plan it. When this 100 here, we can divide 50-50. Go take governor, take this way. When we leave that, we are going this way. The one in the northern zone, so we are striking maybe 4 top places at once. How can we be in a revolution up to now? The finance building is still working, taxation is working, delegation of tourism is working, mini-park is working. Small delegates that we are supposed to take them out and make sure that no delegation functions. So I am going to go on this campaign of this Ambazonian Federal Army that I promised long ago, although today people are trying to adopt it and then get different names. We want to work with everybody. I am ready to work. As a matter of fact, I can beat my chest that if it comes to the contacts and the fighters on the ground, I have thousands of their contacts. I talk with them every day, and they are dying to fight but not equipment. We can draw from this list, bring them, talk with them on phone, video calls. You, Brother George, if you want to do something, because they must, if we have 100 in the northern zone, they must have a registration number. We get them satellite phones. Just to announce, yesterday the chairs of Mezam, and I received 6 people in my office yesterday in 3 groups. Number 1, Mezam and Menchum came to my office yesterday, the 2 chairs, and they received satellite phones that was given to us by one of our brothers from Atlanta, Georgia. So they have received those phones, and then also they can testify. All of them will make letters to put out there. I also received 3 women and another man that are helping refugees. They came and complained to me, so I disbursed them some small money that I'm going to put out the list and stuff like that. So all of this we are doing because it is important for the revolution to change. So going forward, I just digress because I wanted to talk about that phone issue. So, Brother Josh, if we have 100 in the northern zone, we all adopt them. Imagine how many people are in the diaspora. The issue is just because people have not had a clear-cut strategy to fight this war. Because you cannot come and say that if we have 100 in the southern zone, the day that we say it's lockdown or goes down, if Limbe does not respect it, we're going to announce a 1-week long lockdown for Limbe. And when we say 1 week, means that the 100 fighters are going to make sure that Limbe is in complete panic. Because if we have 100 AKs, every man will obey with our protection that we have. Every man will obey cannot fight. Because you have these guys, they do popcorn, they are snipers. We also have our snipers. We have our RPG handlers. Imagine that we enter in Limbe with 10 RPGs, 10 snipers, 10 popcorn makers, and then 70 AKs. There is no military in Cameroon that will try. You come with a plane, we put it down. You come with this, we put it down. So I've said that from today, 1st of September, I don't have any discussion with people who have embezzled money. I will never endorse them.
Yes, let's just put that aside and then just focus.
Exactly, focus on the revision, because there's a lot talking. Tomorrow will be locked down. Tuesday will be locked down. Now, somebody asked a very important question: who will control the army? Very good question. We are going to discuss on that, because it's something that I also did not think of, because I don't want to say, oh, I'm the one controlling the army. No, the army is going to be for the Ambazonian people. And that's why I said partially that we'll have a central command. One commander will be there, and we can form a committee for the counties, because the army, whether we like it or not, it remains the property of the various counties. So this is going to change the game on the ground. We don't need to be, because every day people say, oh, they are building forces, they are doing this, but we are not seeing what the fighters are doing. Because I want to be sure this is a project I want the Amazonian people to support. We're going to change it and change the face. I don't want to wait for 6 months, 10 months to go and bring down the office of the DO of Batibol. No. I don't want to wait. Why is there a DO in Widikum? How many fighters are in Widikum? We just need to get intelligence that now in Boyo there are only 5 military. We'll go there with the 100 men, take them down, put the DO's office down, send the DO away. We need to get intelligence that now, like this in Fako, or this place in Fako, or in this place, there are 15 military men there. The DO is here. This is the DO's resident. 10 soldiers. Go to Manfe. How many soldiers got the DO of the SDO for Manu? How many are with the DO of Tinto or Upper Bayan? How many are with the DO for Mojo? We are supposed to take all these people out. But these boys have the willingness, but they do not. They have the will, but they do not have the material. And we have to change the face of this fight. And I know that we can do it. I stand and I have this conviction. I've been discussing with a lot of people on the ground that this is what we can do to change the face of the revolution. We need a map. What is $2,000 for you to remove and buy an AK?
That's nothing.
It's nothing. But then you give this money, people take and eat. Like Nambere was complaining. I've spoken with Nambere. You remember last time, because I've said that I don't want to get into all these small talks. Last time I made like 2 flyers that I'm bringing Nambere back. Then after some consideration, we said, okay, let's not talk about Nambere, because he himself was going to talk. And just when was that Nambere, no, somebody said don't discuss this here. No, we will discuss to encourage people, but the implementation is not discussed on Facebook. I will not tell you when.
That's what I was going to tell you.
Yes.
The certain things that.
Yes. So no, this one is just the idea. For example, people are building forces. They are explaining how they are going back. When we want to go and strike here, we are not going to talk when we are striking. So that's what people know. So this one is a general concept for people to understand. It's not a military strategy. A strategy is in the field. This is a discussion of a concept so that people can adopt. If I don't discuss this, how are you going to get interested? You must know the idea, but the implementation will only be discussed later on when we are talking with the fighters. So we have the capacity, and we all must agree. Somebody's trying to call from. Hello? Are you trying to? Are they live? Did you try to participate? Otherwise, you call me later.
Oh, okay. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll answer to this all a full guy, but let me just reply to a comment. All a full is a surrogate that we all know from other times.
To me on that your project, I will help you the best I can.
Yes, please, we can do that, because if we have only, for example, Midwest, if we have just 10 people adopting 10 fighters, the game is changed. We have to change this game. All Afu is talking about organizing my county. Manu is one of the most beautiful counties, very organized. That is why the biggest casualty of this fight, yesterday I was in a meeting with a group of people who do popcorn in a Mojok area. The highest casualty where the military is so scared of is Manu. That's the first county. That is why I'm not bothering. Ask when you say Manu this. Since I started raising funds, have you ever seen me raise any fund for Manu? No. I had the opportunity to take phones that were given to me.
Don't be sidetracked by those comments.
No, thank you so much. No, it's important to deflect some of these people whose own duty is only to come and criticize, even when they are talking good ideas. You're getting scared. Some of them get scared because, like I have said in the beginning, that they are activists. They are activists that are like Lionel Messi. There are other activists that are like Ashiwebo. Ashiwebo and Lionel Messi in football is day and dark. So some people bring Ashiwebo activists to come and try to fight with Lionel Messi activists. It's never going to work. You must respect people and give their due place. People have put their necks out here. The reason why some activists have come and they started talking is because some other activists were there to sustain the fight. And they are still there. If some of these activists were going to withdraw today, we were going to have this struggle go down. But that notwithstanding, everybody is important. Now, let us get this point very clear. The Ambazonian Federal Army, AFA, like I've proposed, is a project that I'm selling to you, the people out there. We are going to build a strong force, not based on individualistic principle, a name that is embraced and enshrined in the Ambazonian spirit of independence. So we all, I don't want a name like Schwarzenegger Force or a counter force, whatever force. Like people know, there are forces out there. I don't want to call names. We need a name. For example, if the contender force were to convert themselves into an Ambazonian Federal Army, it gives people the spirit that this is an Ambazonian property, and people will be very happy to support. So we don't need 2,000, 1 million fighters. No, we need 100 or 150 dedicated fighters per county. And this is going to completely change the game. And this is a project that I'm starting. And I want every Ambazonian to know that we can change the game of this revolution with this particular idea of the Ambazonian Federal Army that I proposed more than 15 months ago in most of my live shows. But people who had bad intentions, they rejected it, but they are forming it in a different name. And so we have to give it back to the Ambazonian people. Only 100 per county. And like somebody is talking about unity, this is going to bring a lot of unity. Because when we have the Ambazonian Federal Army in the northern zone and in the southern zone, cutting across all the counties, we make sure that this is a special squad of 100 most equipped fighters, where you are going to imagine that we stand 100 of us, all of us with AKs, RPGs, workable ones. We train ourselves on how to sight. They have their training camps. Anybody who adopts a fighter, as time is going on, more will be adopted. We can increase the number from 100 to 150, depending on those who are picking them to adopt them. And then we make sure that, Brother George, you know that if you are taking your pay or you are doing your business this month, there's an extra $200 for granite that we're going to go to support. So in this way, we change the whole game. And this is the way forward for this revolution. Think the liberation is there. Everything is already very clear. We have already superseded the threshold of the independence symptoms, signs and symptoms. Once you start seeing that people, all of you, you start seeing that they are jailing your leaders, they are burning your villages, know that independence has come. And so we are going to change this fight for the good. We need an Ambazonian Federal Army where we can give commands and say that go and take out the Dio for Batibu, and that is done in the time frame of the project, that is done with great intelligence and done behind the stage. So we are going to change everything, and let us all remain very, very focused.
Yeah, so give me, we can talk there in the background,
yes.
Try to contact some more people. I'll give you some few contacts that, but you have to understand too, brother, that not everybody will want to put his face out there. There's some people that were willing to help, but on the background. So that's something that you need to be aware of. And if they don't want the identity to be revealed, that's fine. We have to respect that. But all we need is for them to be involved. If they decide they want to do it, they can do it. They can use other people and go through them to do their own contribution.
Perfect.
But again, please keep some of that information, because it has always been a concern. Even though some people, after 3 years of this, some people are still thinking that we are joking here, or they're thinking like maybe they will find a way to get home and sneak their way in.
No, we will get.
But we have to respect their views.
Yes. No, anybody who is doing a contribution and wants to remain anonymous, like you did for one other person, you sent to me. You sent $300 and a letter sent 100, and it was from another person. So we can always have all of these things considered. So people can do their contribution without putting their faces outside, but they must have codes so that their contributions are recognized, so that people don't steal their money. Okay. Just to remind, for example, yesterday I was in Delaware, very important, I forgot. I was in Delaware yesterday while we were having a discussion. 2 of our compatriots, I almost forgot that, they contributed to me, but this is not for the Midwest Fund. They have other suggestions that they made that's going to be met. They contributed to me $400. I'm going to read them very quickly. I'll read one of their names. The other brother is not scared. Brother Joy contributed $200, and brother Eric is my name. Say he contributed 200. They were very excited with the approach that I took, trying to boot out corruption. And they said, okay, you know what? Going forward, brother Joy said, let us go forward, concentrate, do a couple of things, and I think I buy with him. That's brother Joy from is it Houston? Yes, he's from Houston. So the people of Houston, great brother Joy, you know him very well. They call him Ambazonia in Houston. So brother Eric, brother George. So what we can do, like somebody suggesting, is also to have two people adopt one fighter, because we have too many, and we just need people to get fighters. You know that this is fighter AYZ, and we are 3 or 2 of us adopting this fighter. It's our responsibility. So 2 or 3 people can have a small journey every month. But I just saying, $100, saying I'm $300. It goes now to the county or to the coordinator, saying, now for this fighter, I upkeep. In that way, but like Josh, you know that way, so we'll even if they pay fighters, and they get families to take care of. So we'll change the whole game. I think.
Yes.
So. Yes.
Yes, I agree with you. I have some suggestions to make, but
we'll do it backstage
on the background, because
yes,
some
background.
of our SGAs are not very active because of their location. But they won't mind doing something like that on the side, helping some other areas.
Yes, so I will write out this project on this Amazonian Federal Army, or what we need.
Yes, put the project down. Send it to some of us. We'll discuss it in our various groups. I will find people to adopt the project.
Yes, so we'll get the fighters, we'll get all of them, and then we get them. If you are, example, you are adopting fighter A, like for example, whether it's Rafael or whosoever, we are not saying that the fighters should allow their affiliations, no. Just know that you belong to a federal army and all of those things. So, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for whatever you're doing. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for this struggle. Continue with your passion. And I think if we continue working this way, a lot of people will come back to the house and bring more. We'll have more contribution.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, God bless you.
More courage to you.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to end here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Brother Josh. So the number is 202-390-2247. Somebody wants to call. Yes, you can call Brother Tonga. You can call. How do I call? Call on 202-390-2247. Direct, or if you want to call direct, you add plus.
Just pick up that call. I know him.
Okay, you want to send his number to me, then I'll dial him.
He tried to call.
No, he said how can he call? So you can text me the number.
Yeah, okay.
Text me his number, then I'll dial him. Send me a text.
That's the key person. So, hello?
Yes, text me. Okay, that is Brother Tonga. So text me the number here.
Okay.
Is the same Tonga that I know?
Yes, it's him.
Okay, I'll call him. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Keep sharing. I think we have very important issues here that we have already discussed, and we think that Ambazonians should understand that this is a game changer, and we all must agree that no matter the difficulties, the differences, we have to put this federal army into context and make it work for all of us to be certain that we're going to get to doctor. I think we get him. Okay, so please, we're going to wrap up. We're going to round up this in the next 5 minutes.
You have reached.
Okay, we didn't get him out there or something. Okay, please. My phone number is 202-390-2247. You can contact me behind the scene. We talk about how to get this army adopted so that we get everybody back on track. And we'll make sure that when we say that we want to take an action in Limbe, we have 100 boys ready with AKs. We don't want all this thing about people showing this on Facebook when it's not happening. You would take a fighter. Don't give your money to Eric TATAW or to anybody. Coordinate the fighter with your account. It's like how you can take a contract with a boxer or a musician. You coordinate with the manager. You make sure that this person gets this thing. This is how we're going to do it. In this way, it's going to be very easy. Nobody's going to embezzle nobody's money, and everything is going to change. The whole game is going to change. My idea, I've always had for this fight, is for us to have independence. Is for us to make sure that we defeat La Republic. I do not believe in propaganda, saying things that cannot be done. I believe in the fact that we can do a whole lot to change the game. Hello? Yes, sir. You try to call in? Were you the one writing on Facebook that you wanted to call?
Yeah, I was right, so I joined late.
Okay. No, go ahead. Yes, you are live now. Just go ahead. Yes, doctor. Welcome. Welcome. If you care to introduce yourself, that would be good. But if you want to remain anonymous, that's still okay.
Yeah, so the main concern, I heard your proposal, and I think it's an interesting one, but the main concern that I have, which I'm sure is the same concern a lot of people are thinking about, I saw you address a little bit the issue of unity in doing this. So the question that I will ask for you, now we know that there are different groups that are, championed and sponsored by different people. Now, how is it just going to be another group that's going to create another faction, or is it something that's going to be under the office, under the umbrella of any of those groups?
Okay. Thank you, doctor. Let me answer you quickly. The issues that a lot of Ambazonians are confused is to differentiate the military strategies and the political gymnastics in the diaspora. The issue about a special squad is owned by the Ambazonian people, not by a particular person. That is why you, as a stakeholder who is adopting that fighter, you have the responsibility to withdraw if you see that it is no longer meeting the aspiration or the core laws why it was formed. It was formed to adopt the independence motive of the Ambazonian people. The Ambazonian Federal Army is formed because we want liberation. It's not formed to come and call anybody's name that, oh, Nadim Mao, you support them. No. It is going to be something for the Ambazonian people. If you have a problem as Ambazonian, that army is going to defend you. If Dr. Cho has a problem, he's going to defend Dr. Cho. If Sisiko has a problem, he will defend Sisiko. If Sako has a problem, he will defend Sako. Irrespective of the differences, the army is going to be for the Ambazonian people, not for a particular group of individuals. Mm-hmm.
So the thing with military exercises that there needs to be a chain of command.
Yes.
So if you're having an army, there has to be a chain of command for that army.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the chain of command going to be for this army?
Okay, we have the counties already existing. Like I started the expose about this particular project. We have counties. That's why I said that the military will be drawn from all the counties in the northern and southern zones. So whatever be the case, I think the concern that you are raising is very genuine, and I cannot know everything, and that is why we have thrown it out there so that we can brainstorm on how to make sure that we do not misplace priorities when it comes to the chain of command. So what we are saying here, we only discuss more backstage and try to strengthen it so that stakeholders will propose that this is how we think that the chain of command should be, this is how we think that it should be, and in one way or the other, once this squad has a lot of power, is pushing a lot of things on the ground, it will force everybody now to be united, because we will make sure that we use this special squad to preach only unity.
Okay, so there's other things that we can talk backstage about details and about structure. But I think it's a great idea. We just have to see how people can get on board and how we can be better organized. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
And your passion.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Doc.
Bye now.
Okay. Okay, I'll answer this other person talking about county by county. County by county is the best strategy. It's working for everybody. Even people who are forming forces, whatever they do, their forces are in various counties. People have operated based on this. Even today, Comrade Cho Ayaba is talking about critical alliance with President Sisiko. Sisiko himself said in the meeting that were there with all the activists and Dr. Sako that the best thing that ever happened to the revolution was county by county. He appreciated it and said that we should take credit for that. That was a wonderful initiative. So unfortunately, that is the best strategy that has worked for everybody. The only issue why some people have refused, still in denial, is because the idea did not come from them. So whatever way you look at it, the best that has happened in this revolution as far as self-defense and mobilization is concerned is the county by county idea. The only reason why people refuse, when I suggested the Ambazonian Federal Army, it was the same idea of bringing forces together, but people rejected. I said we'll bring forces together, but it will still work within the counties. That was 15 months ago. But today, after a lot of rejection and the Edo County was working, we will still incorporate the Federal Army into the counties because, for example, there is a federal marshal in the US. It's about the counties and everywhere and stuff like that. So we have our counties working, but we have our Federal Army, which is quite important. There's a Prince George's County. For example, you have what they call Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is FBI. You also have SBI, which is State Bureau of Investigation. So all of those things are there. There is state, there is federal. So don't bother about saying a lot of things and, what you think and what you don't think. One thing is very clear, that the strategies that we propose on this platform